Switching gears, Dr. Corey Aber, our very own WDSU medical editor, breaks down the biggest misconceptions when it comes to cancer.
Each year, 1.5 million Americans will be diagnosed with some form of cancer, which is a group of diseases characterized by abnormal cell growth in the body. People use the word cancer all the time, but they don't even really know what it truly means. To understand the effect of these abnormal cancer cells, it helps to look first at how healthy cells function. Cells make up the tissue, and the tissue makes up the organs. Healthy cells grow in a very controlled way, living for a while and then dying. When a cell dies, the body replaces it with another cell. A set of instructions is located in the body's DNA that tell each cell when to live and when to die. Sometimes mutations occur in parts of a cell's DNA. The result can be that the cancerous cells, which grow in an uncontrolled manner, actually overtake the body. Or the mutation can be a result of external factors, such as chemicals, tobacco, or a virus, or even heredity. Whatever the cause of the DNA mutation, once it occurs, cancerous cells often begin to grow and divide at a very rapid rate, and they hold together like crabs in a barrel very tightly. That's why the disease is actually called cancer, for the zodiac sign of the crab. This buildup leads to what we know as a tumor. Sometimes a tumor will be benign, meaning that it remains self-contained. Other tumors are malignant or cancerous. Malignant cells fool the body to unwittingly provide the nutrients and the oxygen that a tumor needs to grow. Cancer becomes more serious when those cells break away from a malignant tumor and metastasize or spread through the bloodstream or to the lymph node system, or either to adjacent or distant organs. The lymph node system is one of the body's first defenses against disease. It includes the nodes, the bone marrow, the spleen, and lymphatic vessels, which are the tubes that carry infection-fighting white blood cells. Some severe cancers, like lymphoma, actually form in the lymphatic system and therefore do not manifest as tumors. Regardless of the type of cancer, if the malignant cells are carried to vital organs in the body and settle there, the result can be death. No matter the type of cancer, however, the diagnosis is not a death sentence. Today, early detection and advanced treatment methods make the prognosis for people with cancer better than ever before. Cancer can be curable, but is still the second leading cause of death in the United States. And if you're sitting at home right now and you haven't seen your doctor in a while, please get checked. Early detection is key. I'm medical editor Dr. Corey Aber with your Weekend House Call.